a pleasure to have a chance to warmly welcome all of you and to be your host at Strathmore University Business School at this great celebration of the graduation of our Enterprise Development Program, class of NCBA Bank. And thanks for choosing Strathmore University Business School as your knowledge partner.
I'm really honored to be here as we confer these certificates for your graduation, just to celebrate the resilience, the wins that you have had, because I do appreciate the last few years, or rather the last 1.5 years have not been easy, particularly for entrepreneurs. Lots of ups and downs, but I do hope the tools that were given to you during your learning journey in Strathmore, those tools have been useful during the stable times, and we do hope even in these turbulent times, those tools are still applicable and useful to each one of you. You are now opening or entering into a new chapter where you will be our alumni. And being people who are running businesses in our country, you know the central role that SMEs play in the economic growth of our country. I think if there are people to be celebrated, it's yourselves, because you have shown true courage, you have shown, ability to innovate, so that you're able to start those businesses that you have started.
You will be our alumni, and so when you will be stepping out there, you will be carrying a small Strathmore in you wherever you go. And we are collaborating in many ways. You are our entrepreneurs. Eunice has just told us that this is really the beginning. We have many programs that we still want you to collaborate, to come for. And you're also wearing very many different hats. Some of you are parents. Some of you will be employers, because we know that the critical role that entrepreneurs are fulfill in this particular country as employment creation. We have a responsibility not just to do business, but to do business in the most sustainable way, so that beyond you, somebody else will have something to celebrate for.
We've graduated 158 of our customers. So if you add 21 who are graduating today, 23, so you can see we've touched the life of almost 290 SMEs, times possibly an average household of 4 people. You can see the ripple effect. Plus, I don't know how many people that you guys employ directly and also indirectly. So we are celebrating basically this ceremony. And I think, as I'm a bit old school, we are told that strategies normally run for 5-year cycle. But I think now with COVID, it's hard to plan even for a month. So I think Dr. Dunge, Dr. Helen, it's time we possibly discuss something bigger, something better, to continually go on supporting our customers. And as a bank, we are going to support that. Today is not a day of speeches. I just want to say that I really appreciate your resilience. You guys have studied at a very difficult moment. The last time we met was in February last year, if you remember, when I came to class with my former boss, Jeremy Gunze, just to check how the students were doing in class. We took a lot of your feedback. By then, our systems were coughing. You remember, some of you are struggling with facilities and all that. I think after that, we met at Kasarani when His Excellency the President was launching the Stawi product. Some of you are kind enough, including Mr. President, to join us for that forum. And I'm narrating this because it's very important for Kenyans to appreciate the role that NCBA and Strathmore have played. Back in 2018, we hosted a presidential roundtable on SME in these grounds for Strathmore. And basically, that is a precursor of what the president launched at Scotland Safari Park, the Stawi product. So we've really impacted in a big way the lives of SMEs. As you go out to serve the nation, it's my prayer that your SMEs, your businesses will flourish, so that you can be able to continue supporting the socio-economic development of our motherland, that will continue creating those very needed jobs for this market. We will continue supporting you for future programs. As I mentioned, we will discuss something bigger, better, and competitive for you, because you are very close to my heart. I can tell you we spend hours with the Strathmore team to ask ourselves, why do we want to mix our customers with the rest of the EDP program members? And that's why we created this class for you. Were it not for COVID, I'm sure by now Eda would have graduated almost 3-4 cohorts. So we'll continue supporting you in terms of financing, in case you need any financing, in case you need to advance your learning, because the partnership runs up to end of this year, and we're already in discussions for 2021-2022. So please know that we have your backing. Finally, I think I just want to mention that as you go there, as you succeed, please remember to give back to society. It's very, very important for you as an individual, for you as an entrepreneur, because God has just given you an opportunity to be where you are. It's very, very important that you create like a small fund in your own small way, in your own big way. The community doesn't need to know, your neighbor doesn't need to know, just to give back to society, and that way your enterprises will be blessed, your families will be blessed. And as I mentioned one time, you'll be able to create legacies and businesses that will outlive you and your generations.
NCBA for giving us this opportunity, and as well Strath, because we hope to keep coming back. One thing that I would like to share with you guys, despite, especially now because of this COVID period, it has affected us and our families and our businesses. But one thing that I keep remembering is, have you been outside in Nairobi and you look out, especially when the lights are on? Can you see anything up in the sky? Usually not. But if you go to Shags, where there are no lights, and you look up in the sky, you'll see stars. And what that always reminds me is, even when it is so dark, there are those bright, beautiful moments. And if we can just use those bright, beautiful, maybe few, but those beautiful moments to remind us tomorrow there will be a new day, there will be a new beginning, and we shouldn't give up. Things will change, I believe, and they're already changing. Even if maybe not in our own personal spaces, let us wake up every day looking for hope, looking for energy, and hoping and praying for a new day. All the best. I hope to see you again. I hope we continue connecting and working together, and we create opportunities and we meet often, because I think we also encourage one another in ways that someone outside might not truly understand. So thank you so much.
For us who came for this class, I don't know if we would have been able to go through this period if we hadn't come for this class. It gave us knowledge, it gave us skills, and it prepared us for this, what happened and we didn't know. And that's why we are still here. So I want to say thank you to NCBA for thinking about your customers, and thank you to Strathmore for this. And for the class, I mean, no better class than this one. We've made networks, we work together with most of you, and I'm grateful.
I'm grateful for the class. We've made very, very good friends. I'm hoping they're going to be lasting friendships. We do business with a couple of you, and I hope that the synergies that we're going to get out of the interactions that we've had will be something that years to come will be looking back, and as Strathmore has been saying, they'll be looking at the businesses that morph and grow out of this NCBA with the partnerships that we are looking forward to continue having, that we may be able to grow and be businesses and families that thrive and are forces to be reckoned. So thank you so much. It was amazing. I was always looking forward to coming to class just to interact with you guys. It's one of the highlights today that I came. I knew we're going to reconnect with you again. So let's networking for me was one of the biggest objectives I had when I was joining this class. Thank you so much.
One of the key take-homes that I learned out of this is there are two things I believe in the entrepreneurship or business world, okay? And I had to Google and try to read through the dictionary, and I was trying to define who a businessman really is and who an entrepreneur really is. You know? And we came into this class as businessmen. We had seen opportunities in our small worlds that we could transact, okay? And the dictionary defines a businessman as a person who goes into a market where there is an existing opportunity and is able to trade. Okay? While an entrepreneur, on the other hand, is able to go into a market and create an opportunity, identify an opportunity, okay, and be able to create a system where customers can be able to come and buy from them. Okay? So from this program, we've been able to transit from being typical businessman who is purely transaction, you know, who doesn't think about what is next, what are the risks involved in that business, to entrepreneur who, okay, there's an opportunity there, but what are the risks? Can I write a cash flow for it? Can I write a business plan out of that opportunity? Is it really viable, or it is just nice looking transaction, and beyond that, there's no sustainability? So through this program, we've been able to add value to ourselves, and we are really, really grateful, again, NCBA, to Strathmore for creating the environment, for thinking about how entrepreneurs should be, for converting businessmen to become proper entrepreneurs, and we really hope that we'll be back again to continue on with next lessons. Yeah. For myself and on behalf of the class, thank you again.
Congrats for a job well done, for coming to the end, for finishing the race. And as I was listening to the speeches that were shared this afternoon, I heard Dr. Angela speaking about the role of SME in our economy. And SMEs comprise the largest employer in our economy, whether in Kenya or in any other market for that matter. And so you have a very big role to play in our society in terms of providing those employment and providing that what we need to make our economy grow.